out.
I mean, how was it though? Because when you knocked out Devontae Smith in the arena, I was there live at the event. You went crazy and the whole arena erupted. And I mean, the money that was on you, I forget the exact amount, but I mean, somebody I was sitting next to, I think said they had a ticket that had you on at like plus 1,700 or something like, and it was just crazy because the fight, it took a little bit slow to start off. You're fighting somebody that, you're familiar with and everything like that. That's what the fans were thinking. And then boom, out of nowhere, man, that was a phenomenal debut on there. 50K bonus too, probably, right? Knockout of the night.
So I mean, like it was like I said, it was everything I've worked for. That's why I was just so, because like when I got there, like I always knew like what I wanted to do. But then when it happened, I was like, oh, shit's going exactly how I always intended it to be. I'm like, oh, this is – it kind of felt like it wasn't real. And then I had to, like, really be brought back to earth and stuff. So, but it was fun, though. I enjoyed it. I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear designer clothes. I don't buy – you'll never see me wrapped up in a Gucci robe with some flip-flops. Nah, dude, I wear the UFC flip-flops that they give me. Like, I'm not a real big material person. I do like nice cars. Like I got an Alfa Romeo now, and I'll probably get the I have the Galleria now, but I think I'm going to get the Quasarfelio within the next year or so, just to get like a super fast sports car and stuff. Besides that, though, I don't really like anything. Like I don't spend my money. I'll go take we'll probably go travel or some shit like that, but I don't really like stuff.
I hear you on that, man. Well, I'm a little bit on the opposite, man. I tend to like the finer things in life. You know what I mean? But I definitely hear you, though. I definitely feel where you're coming from.
It's like everyone's like I remember I bought a pair of really nice, expensive glasses once, and I sat on them. And I was like, this is fucking stupid. I just spent on $400 glasses. What the fuck? Like, what?
All right, man. So, I mean, we're speaking about numbers and everything like that. So, I mean, let's just get into a few numbers. I mean, 9 KOs, 3 submissions. So, I mean, when it comes to a fight, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the knockout? Do you prefer the submission? Do you prefer like a 3-round war with your opponent?
Total knockout. I mean, submissions are cool, but I feel like a little bitch every time I get a submission. I tell my dick-eating wrestling coaches that all the time. Like, yo, I feel soft as hell when I get submissions. Like, you're an idiot. I'm like, dude, well, it's my first fight. I knocked a man out. I just posted on my fan page, like violently knockout. Like my first fight of my amateur career. Hit this guy with an uppercut and looked like he got shot in the face. His feet were still sitting up. So I mean, like, I enjoy it. Once you've done that properly, you'll want that feeling again. Like, I'll take whatever I get, but I'm definitely looking for knockouts.
Yep, got it. So take me into the locker room with you, man. So when you're walking out that locker room, you're coming into the UFC octagon, like, or any other cage. What's going into your mind? Like, are you thinking cool, calm, collective? Are you ready for war? Are you thinking like, this is the guy I need to take out to get to the next stage? Like speak to us a little bit, because I always like to see what's in the fighter's mind.
I'm always thinking I really need to get a different job. I swear to God. I'm always thinking, why do I do this for a living? Why am I doing this? As I'm walking out to the cage, and I'm like, dude, why? I'm like, and I tell myself, I'm like, you told me last time we weren't going to do this. And I'm just like telling myself, just shut up and get to the cage. Shut up. Because I know once I make it to the cage, it'll start to sink in.
And then I got a question from my other co-host, MMA Unhinged. He's not able to make it right now. He's out there in London right now. It's a whole different time frame. But he's saying with the 155 division currently, in uncertainty with Khabib not doing anything, Dana letting him hold on to the belt. How do you see the landscape of that division playing out?
It's a shit show to begin with. Like we have 60 people over the limit. There's 60 55ers over what we're supposed to have. Damn. I mean, like, it's a shit show. There's a shit ton of people we're recycling fights. This guy beats that guy, that guy beats this guy. The top 10 or top 15 guys never switch out. No one ever gets in new. It's a fucking clusterfuck. So I don't really people always ask me, I'm like, I don't really get into that too much because there's too many people.
Talk to us a little bit about how do you see this fight playing out? And another thing I want to know about this, do you actually like study your opponent's weaknesses and try to expose them, or do you just kind of focus on your strengths and just say, I'm all game?
No, I see this fight. It's going to be a hard fight. He's tough, man. Like, I don't think a lot of people are giving him the credit that he deserves. He has had 2 fights in UFC against really tough opponents. I mean, he couldn't capitalize, but he definitely was in there for both the fights. The second fight, you can even say that he might have even won it. It's a close call, whatever. But I see him coming out dangerous as hell because he's in where, like we were just talking about our division. You can't go 0-3.
No,
like he's about to get kicked out of the UFC because he's going to go 0-3. He's probably going to get cut after this, right? But this sport, we're hitting each other. You're going to hit me harder. You cause more blood force trauma. You can fuck me up more.
Yeah.
You can make me hurt so I can't go back to my family more because you're doing this shit. Like, on the real, like, I feel like stomping you in the fucking street if I find out you're doing some shit. Like, me and my boys will get together, get some crowbars, and break your fucking legs on some Nancy Kerrigan type shit.
Nancy Kerrigan type shit, right?
Yeah, like, that's not fun.
That's what's up.
That's fucked up.
Started off with this one: Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris?
Bruce Lee already beat Chuck Norris. Hey man, I'm glad I came on, and you had good questions. It was different. Like most people, I'm like, your interviews are in and out in 15 minutes. They asked me the same questions, but your questions was different. So I like that rap. I'm glad I got back to you. I'm glad we linked up, man, for sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, man. So right now.